Wow, you guys were invested on your amazing. Wow, my name is Elkana, and I'm very, very thrilled to have the opportunity to share with you my story, our story, the Enjoy story. The Enjoy story begins about a year and a half ago when my best friend, my co-founder, called me up with a problem he had. At the time, he was running a team of 20 industrial programmers, and they were close to the largest industrial factory in the country. Now, this was a very big factory with a very complex production line. And multi-stage, we go to different stages of production, very complex. And the production line had a problem, and they couldn't figure out the cause. What followed for 2 weeks were me, my friend, and his 20 programmers were sitting down, going through hundreds of reports, trying to figure out what was going on. At the end of it, we found out the problem. It was a combination of the raw material with a mixer with a grinder, and a complex situation, a classic situation. But he started a discussion. At that point, we brought in our friend who's now our CTO. He was just finishing his PhD in Columbia University in machine learning. The guy is like the essence of a data scientist. And we had this discussion about where is the industry, where is the manufacturing industry going through, because there's a revolution going on. A lot of people talk about the concept of the Internet of Things, but if you look at factories, the Internet of Things has always been there. If you look at the production, the machines are talking with each other. You're passing the torch throughout the process. But in the last few years, sensors have become cheap. Machines are becoming more intelligent. The amount of data flowing through a factory is breathtaking. It's more than any one of us can really work with. So we started working on a new type of technology. We combined elements from things such as big data, machine learning, natural language processing, and we wanted to create a system that is autonomous, something that is pure plug and play. The big thing with industrial automation is it's an expert-based industry. Every time you create a new production line, you bring some consultants that cost you €500 an hour to define the line. Every time you have a problem, 20 programmers come in to try to figure it out. And it's all based on what people know. Remember, there's the production line who's been there for 20 years, he's retiring in a couple of years, and he knows his factory. But as the lines become more and more complex, it's starting to be quite a challenge. So we wanted to create something that is pure plug and play. And this is what we did. We created technology that we packaged inside of the box, because when we talk to the factory guys, speaking about boxes is kind of more helpful. You get this box, you connect it to the network cable, to the core of the factory. We don't connect to any other system. There's no project, there's no big consultation, there's no integration. We take this technology, we connect it, and we let our technology listen to the production as it goes. We're very good at understanding the different processes. Is it food and beverage? Is it plastics? Is it pharmaceutical? And once we understand that, we're able to figure out what is happening and what can be done to improve it. And a lot of people think about optimized factories, and they think about Intel and BMW. They're amazing factories, but there's been thousands of years invested in getting them optimized. What about all the other segments, all the other factories? If you look at the right example, these are feed mills. Feed mills in China, there are about 10,000 of them, and they generate $100 billion of revenue. And I bet you that almost none of them are as optimized as Intel. And they're not optimized because it's hard, because it costs a lot of money with consultants, and it takes a lot of time to break projects never end. So this is what we created our technology for. Something that is capable of understanding the factory and helping it become much, much more efficient. Thank you. requiring the process customer.
Meaning, can you explain how you scale the processes? You said it's very easy.
Yes. You know, it's very interesting. Our technology is automatically evolving. It's learning how the factory works over time. So as you change processes in the factories, you bring in new products. As you expand your factory, our technology is capable of detecting that and evolving with the factory over time. Now, it's pretty simple. You take the technology, you connect it, you let it listen, and it starts driving insight out of your production. We talk about things like efficiency, about energy consumption, about reducing material waste, about reducing pollution, and it's all very automatic. It's extremely hands-off. This is what we're set up to do. Something that's plug and play, very easy to use, and it works by itself, giving you the insights that you need when you need them.
What do you do with competition? How do you do with
I couldn't hear. Sorry.
competition?
Competition. It's interesting. The competition is divided into two types. You got the Godzillas of the industry, and companies. General Electric is an amazing company, for example. But these kind of companies, they're building solutions for their own ecosystem. If your entire factory is based on those type of technologies, then over time you will get amazing results. However, I spoke before about the Intels and the BMWs. Most of the factories, they have hardware, they have different technologies in them. The projects take a long time. And what we bring to the table that is very agile, it's very simple to install, very agnostic to what you have, has a very clear advantage. There are also a couple of startups that are working in this field, a lot of pure SaaS and cloud technologies. And the thing with those technologies is that they require connections to the higher level systems in the plant. We do something that is very different. We do something that is much closer to what cybersecurity systems do. We look at the actual communication between the machines. We don't care about the higher level system. We look at the actual production line and analyze that.
How many customers do you guys have, and how do you actually get new customers?
We have a corporation with the Strauss Group in Israel. It's a global company that they're all over the world. They're the largest manufacturer of tools in the U.S. So we work with them on multiple plants. We also have another factory in the Netherlands that we're starting to pilot with the paper industry, which is something completely different. Apparently, to make paper, to make yogurt, from a process point of view, it's kind of similar. There's a process and they compete in the spread it around. And it's very interesting to find out that we can work with all kinds of different segments. So we have a couple of pilot plants in Israel. We have another plant that we're currently in the Netherlands. And when you speak about manufacturing, at the end of things, you find yourself thinking about Asia. And we think there's great potential here to make a huge impact. Israel is a great place as a testbed for technologies. It's a wonderful market, but Israel is very highly oriented, less production. And if you look at Asia, if you look at China, if you look at what's going on around Hong Kong, we believe the impact here could be amazing.
Excuse me, are there any vertical segments or vertical industries that your system is better off in terms of serving than others?
I can say this. The production industries in the world are kind of divided between process industry, anything that makes, think about food, think about plastics, pharmaceuticals, chemicals. We have great value in those kind of industries. If you look at other industries, in automobiles is a good example, where you kind of connect things together. There's something called discrete production, where you attach different components over time. These kind of processes is a place where we think we have less value. We can do great things there. But again, if you look at food and beverage, if you look at chemicals, pharmaceuticals, that's our prime audience. These guys usually have less of optimization in place at the moment. Any other questions?
Away from getting, because your product right now is at the beta stage, how much further time till you get to a full-blown product?
We're aiming for a commercial version launch at mid-2015. about the technology in place, technology is working, we're getting insights. It's about calibrating, it's about making the UI